The people of Ukraine are facing the most appalling attack on their nation and their very existence. It's difficult to know what to do and where to turn. If you're anything like me, you feel helpless and hopeless. So today is a chance for us to show our solidarity with the people of Ukraine.
I'm Emily Fedorovich. I'm of Newcastle and Kettering, and have been part of, with John, a local charity called the Kettering Refugee Assistance, and we, along with the Northamptonshire Help for Ukraine, wanted to give people an opportunity to come together, because this has affected all of us. Whether or not you have sort of connections with Ukraine, people can see that this is wrong. So from my relatives, I've been hearing firsthand of the horrors there. My cousin is the same age as me. She's actually working in Lviv as a web developer, just west of Kiev. And so overnight, she and the country went into shock, like the rest of the world, as Putin began to attack, just sort of unable to believe that this was really happening. So yesterday she gave me an update, which I wanted to read to you guys. I'm writing all of this and crying because I can't help them. No one but kids, especially, don't deserve everything that's happening right now. The occupants are doing crimes against civilians, robbing flats and shops, killing civilians. Little children are being affected and injured. Also, they are bombing maternity hospitals, children and oncology hospitals. They have not a drop of kindness in their hearts. They lie in that they do not know what they are doing, but the documents that are found in some cars tell the other thing. The bombed maternity home in Kharkiv, where so many newborn and their mums were struck without milk, mixture, food supplies, and the city were heavily bombed and destroyed. No humanitarian help could reach them. Women are giving birth in the basement of bomb shelters. Newborns are sleeping on the floor of shelters. Some of them get pneumonia because of this. Over the past 10 days, she has sent me videos of people who have been burned alive. She said, "Do not show these to children." And images of Lviv station, the railway station, where people are sleeping in every part of the floor space, and the same station where 40,000 people are passing through each day, displaced from their home and looking for safety. She's told me about how every person is helping however they can, and I just think that's just the most inspiring thing. Like, she's told me about the fact that the people who can't fight, that they all go into the blood banks. The blood banks are actually overflowing because everyone is given so much. They're fundraising anything that they can do for the army, collecting every medicine, ammo they can, sorting and distributing the humanitarian aid that people are kindly sending. And even businesses as well are helping and doing everything they can. And the CEO of her company has just set up a non-profit to collect funds for the army. So my cousin said yesterday, my schoolmates are baking cookies, breads, any goods, and sending to the people in need and to the army front. Lots of places trying to give everyone a shelter, at least for some time. We are together like never before. And I feel that too, that the world feels united in a way in this injustice, like symbols of our city are being lit up in yellow and blue in solidarity. The support from around the globe is sending such a strong message, as is the fact that we're all here today. So many of us feel affected by this, by the inhumanity of it, and even struggling to comprehend that we're in the 21st century and this is still happening. The whole situation is kind of made even worse by the fact Ukraine was left defenceless after they gave up their nuclear arms back in 1994, on the promise that the UK, US and Russia would, and I quote from the document, refrain from threat or the use of force against Ukraine. This promise has been broken, and this is such a betrayal. Now they're seeing some of the worst war crimes ever witnessed by my generation and are doing everything they can to protect their people. But so much more help is needed. We can, as our country, help and we can help as individuals by giving however we can, and by standing as we're standing now with Ukraine today. And so many countries as well, the neighbouring countries. I've heard of the Polish people, so many amazing stories where people are being welcomed into the bordering countries. But every loss of innocent life is felt, and our hearts and thoughts are completely with Ukraine. Those with family there, or with friends, or just those of us who care so deeply. We're there with them, with the Ukraine, with the thousands of people, the families and children who've been affected by this war. So I'd like you now, if you can join me in 2 minutes silence as we take 2 minutes to hold Ukraine in our thoughts and to send them all of our love at this time. Thank you all for coming, and thank you so much for showing your support, because I know that it really means a lot to those over there at the moment, just the fact that people do care, and the fact that, I've been checking in every day, and that it's those sorts of things, that it's the show of support and care that we're all doing right now. So thank you so much. Obviously we all want to know what we can do, And the amazingly inspirational thing is that people have been doing amazing things, especially in Northamptonshire. And this is not Sabina. Do you want to come forward, you guys, and introduce yourselves? And
Hi, I'm Sabina. Hi, I'm Monica.
And I'm Magda.
And these amazing people, you guys started at the Northamptonshire Help for Ukraine. So can you just tell us more a little bit about that and what you guys have been doing? Like, it's amazing.
So, just a few people obviously here for the huge amount of people behind the project. And first of all, thank you everybody for joining. So you see us as 3 individuals here, but there is a huge amount of people involved in various locations across Northamptonshire. Where it started is basically, I think we all have friends who have friends who have friends, and we end up with people actually in Ukraine we know. We created a group, so Magda started the group and then created the page because it just grew exponentially very quickly. We've got people in Kettering, we've got people in Wellingborough, in Burton Latimer, in Corby and some other areas, Rothford as well, with whom we've obviously working for the last few days, almost a week now, collecting donations for those to be then sent to Ukraine. In the meantime, I think there's obviously a few trucks that were stranded here in Rothford. And we got in touch with them and their directors in Ukraine to sort of connect together and use the fact that they obviously are here and cannot leave just yet for Ukraine, but we can obviously bring donations to them and send them to Ukraine. I know many people are asking us how can we get involved and how you can help. We would really like you to contact us through the Facebook page. We have a team of coordinators behind who can help, who can answer all the questions. And provide you the drop-off points for those collections. And in terms of donations, so right now, please, we do not need any more clothing. We have plenty, and the Ukrainian authorities also told us that they are overwhelmed by the amount of clothing they received. Those will be more needed in the countries like Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, Romania. Right now, what we're collecting is medical supplies, so anything to do with bandages, gauze, things like that. Those are very important. They need them everywhere. And hygiene projects, toiletries, things like that. So if you've got any of those, absolutely, we'd be happy to obviously get them.
These guys have done some amazing things already. They've been working with, obviously, the HGV drivers who were sort of stranded and utilising that to get aid over there directly. So you guys have done such an amazing job orchestrating all of that. And like you say, it's such a huge task pulling all of that together. So we've created a page on the Kettering Town Council website which has all of the information for how to find the Facebook page to join these guys and where to also donate. bit.ly help Ukraine Kettering. And that will take you to all the information that you need. It's also got some information about how to donate, because you guys, what you haven't mentioned is that you've also fundraised loads for this and have raised over £3,000 already, which is just amazing. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys wanted to add?
Just one extra thing. So there is a fundraiser. There's only one official fundraiser for us. So if anybody sends you anything else, it's not coming from us. Ours is on our page.
I just want to say that I'm very honoured and privileged to be part of this. And, I believe this is a great way for us to respond. We want to share hope, we want to share love for those who need it the most at the moment. So let's stay united, keep supporting the best we can, and we keep praying and standing with those people. Thank you.
And I just wanted to say that I'm really overwhelmed with response from people from Northamptonshire and whole UK, and it's amazing, and you're amazing, and thank you so much for your help. And it's really important to support Ukraine. They're not only fighting for their country, they're fighting for whole Europe. So let's keep supporting them. Thank you.